Hey guys. That's my daughter texting. Sorry. Hey guys, what's today? Happy freaking Wednesday. It is what? May 7th, okay? And I am live from my vehicle. I was doing some Ubering, of course, as y'all know. But I'm Natasha. I am the face behind Naturallyucosmetics. I am the skincare creator or formulator. And yeah, I create beautiful, all natural, small batch skincare for the spiritual girly, like you and I. For the spiritual boys too. Yeah, no, I gotta apply my lip gloss. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it and just say thank you to those of you who will be popping in and out as I'm live. And also thank you to the ones who are now watching it as the recording it will soon become. So again, thank you for being here. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe while you're here. Hit the like button. It definitely helps with the algorithm as far as getting people to recognize who I am and just kind of want to join the new skin village. And for those of you who've already subscribed, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, if you were here yesterday, so I did my nails. Now this is raw, okay? Raw meaning I have not put any polish on them. I literally laid the acrylic. I filed them and I buffed them. And yeah, so they do not have any polish whatsoever. No base coat, no top coat. I want to design them pretty and add some stones to them. So stay tuned for that. I probably won't go live while I'm doing it. Because trying to go live and do my nails just it don't work. It does not work. It don't work. So, but yeah, this is the end result. Well, not the end result, but the end result of that acrylic lay. So just want to say that. But yes, I wanted to tap in here and talk to my spiritual girlies. My spiritual girlies, listen, it is the rise of the matriarch. Baby, it's the rise of the divine feminine. Do y'all feel that energy? Do y'all see the transmutation happening? Do you see the rise happening? Because I do. I do. I'm a part of it. I'm a matriarch. I am the divine feminine, okay? I embody that essence. But do you feel it, guys? Seriously. It's a beautiful feeling right now. It sort of ties into what I was talking about yesterday in that live a little bit. It ties into just like the timeline integration, you know, where you're leaving one timeline and ascending to another, or you have the ability to kind of quantum leap and timeline jump to where you're kind of experiencing both of the timelines sort of simultaneously, which is what I feel like I'm going through right now, with so many amazing things on the horizon, right, for myself. And I kind of touched on that a little bit yesterday. I won't go into it too much today because I just kind of want to focus on and just talk to y'all about the matriarch rising and how we are seeing such a shift, if y'all are paying attention, in the divine feminine, in the divine masculine, in the divine feminine pretty much being given anything that her heart's desires, anything that her heart is desiring. And what I mean by that is just, you know, just like personally for me, being able to travel, right? I was telling my man, I can say that now, y'all. I was telling my man, right? My soon-to-be husband, my person, about, look, I done got so caught up on my man. I forgot what I was telling him. Shoot. Y'all, that is horrible. Because I was just on a roll. I was dead ass on a roll just now. What was I telling my man? Either way, right? I told him a lot of things, but I was actually just kind of just telling him like how the universe, right? The great mother, the divine source energy, is literally giving me everything that I want in divine timing. No bull crap. The things that I've written about in my journal about the type of man that I wanted is the man that I have. How I envision myself being this type of woman, I am becoming her. I am her, right? I am literally embodying the highest version of myself right now. I'm literally embodying a whole new reality. I'm literally co-creating my utopia experience with the universe, with the great mother, with divine source. And that is so super exciting for me. That is so super exciting for me. And it feels great because the great mother, the universe, is literally saying yes to all of my desires, to all of my wants, my needs, my wishes, right? A lot is going on internally. A lot is going on spiritually. And it always happens internally first and spiritually first. And then I'm saying this because my external, what I see, my physical reality in this construct, right? It doesn't necessarily show everything. It doesn't necessarily mimic what is going on internally, what is going on spiritually for me in my personal ascension. And what I mean by that is I'm literally building $1 million business. It is $1 million business that I could literally turn into $1 billion business, right? My body creams that I formulate are $1 million body creams, literally. They change people's lives. They change people's outlook on skin, on their skin. It makes people who have extremely rough, dry skin. I ain't talking about a little ash. I'm talking about just, I don't want to say horrible skin, but hard, rough skin, right? Or just skin that's flaky or scaly or peely. And my body creams and my plant oils and my lavender facial oil is literally changing the game for people. And I know this because I get the inboxes, I get the text messages, I get the love, I get the reviews on my website. I get the support. I got people who buy my product face to face. I had a guy in Uber today who purchased 2 body creams. He purchased a Pause and a Daily Devotion body cream and text me, like literally was like, man, I love the way this feel and the way this smell. So I'm saying that I'm building $1 billion business, but my account does not say $1 million right now. I am definitely getting my Mercedes G-Wagon or my Range Rover or my, what I call my Lego. It's the Cybertruck. I was telling my man, like, I've always wanted a Range Rover or a G-Wagon is first and foremost, right? I've wanted that car since I was a little girl. That is a car that I am getting. That is a car. Hey, what's up? How are you? Thank you for being here. That is a car that I'm getting. So although my outside, my external is not quite matching yet, what is internally happening, what is spiritually happening, it will soon reflect, because again, all things happen spiritually, all things happen internally first, and then your external, then your outside world will pretty much mimic that. So you have to see it, you have to speak it, and then become it, and then it becomes, right? So the energy is rich and abundant as fuck. It's so rich and abundant right now. It's so rich and abundant and prosperous for the matriarch right now, specifically the divine feminine, specifically what I want to call the Alkebulan woman, the melanated women, right? It is a time for us to kick our feet up. Baby, it's a time, we are so abundant. It is a time to literally kick our feet up, to enjoy what is unfolding, right? It is time for us to heavily get so up out of our masculine energy, so deeply within our masculine energy. We got to come up out of it. We have to find a balance, right? I've been operating, me personally, in my masculine energy for a long time. It takes a nice amount of masculine energy to raise a home, or to pour into a home, to raise children and raise a business, because of course that is that provider's energy, that is that organizational energy, that is that like, what do you call it, that provision energy. So it's definitely all of those things, right? But right now and moving forward, like this new age that is upon us, it is definitely asking, it is allowing, right? It is creating space for the divine feminine, the matriarch, to literally kick her feet up. Kick her feet up and enjoy her divine king. Kick her feet up and enjoy being poured into, right? Because it's that time. And a lot of us, spiritual girlies, we're tapping into that. We're aligning in that. If you're not already aligned, I feel like I'm dead smack in it. I'm in it, baby. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. It's literally playing out in my life right now. And again, although, like I said, the external isn't quite reflecting that, hence, I have $1 million business, yet my bank account does not say millions. It does not mean that it is happening. Okay, it does not mean that it is being rooted. It does not mean that the ethers are not working for me diligently. It does not mean that everything is coming together for my highest good. Right now, every situation that was meant to tear me down is working out for me. All situations is working out for me. All situations is working out for you. So I just say, if you haven't already tapped into that energy, definitely do. Definitely do. Especially if you are a feminine, a divine feminine, an Alkebulan woman, an African woman, a melanated woman, us brown and black girls. We got to kick our feet up, baby. We got to kick our feet up. We got to be like this. Listen, I was riding an Uber rider earlier, and it's this song by Landrell that came on. It's called Manifesting Money. And the song goes like, I'm manifesting money. Yeah. Manifesting money. Yeah. Okay. It's called a manifesting money mantra. It's by Landrell. Look it up. He's a dope, dope artist. And my Uber rider was in the car, and I'm just like, I'm bumping to my music. I got my pyrite crystal. Okay, this is one of the crystals that I keep with me amongst my amethyst, my rose quartz, and my selenite. And then, of course, the ones that I have on my fingers, my opalite. This is a rose quartz, clear quartz, I think. And I forgot what that one was. Hematite, I believe. But either way, I'm just in the energy of abundance. And it's so crazy because, like I was touching on a little bit yesterday, as we ascend, right, as a divine feminine, as the matriarch begins to ascend, not begin to ascend, but continue to ascend and continue to be returned to her throne with or without permission. Because listen, the universe has definitely gave me permission to take up space. The universe has definitely granted me the space to take up space, right? So with that, I'm just constantly harmonizing. I'm constantly intentionally working to alchemize and transmute any energy that may have not at once been in alignment for me. I am transmuting it. Everything that is sent my way is being transmuted. It's literally go season. It's literally yes season right now. The universe is saying yes. The great mother is saying yes. The divine feminine is, we're open, we're ready, we're allowing ourselves to receive. The divine masculine is saying yes to the divine feminine. We got to get up out of these storylines, ladies. We got to get up out of these storylines that there aren't any good men. We got to get up out of these storylines where there are just horrible men everywhere. I don't want you guys to adapt that mentality. We got to get up out of this storyline that life is a struggle. And we got to get up out of this storyline where we carry and rock our struggle as a badge of honor, because it is not. Struggling is not a badge of honor. Okay, granted, we have to do what we have to do. We continue to do what we have to do as people, as human beings, as Black women, especially Black men. We continue to do what we need to do. However, right now, because the patriarchal society and system, as we have come to know very well, is literally crumbling. This is the great crumble, baby. The tower is falling, okay? Babylon is crumbling. I'm gonna need my sisters. I'm gonna need my sisters. I'm gonna need my beloved divine feminines to kick their feet up. Kick their feet up as much as you can. As much as you can. As you can see, I'm in my car. I can't kick my feet up. But baby, kick your feet up. My sandals is off though. I got my feet. I'm comfortable inside of my vehicle. I'm comfortable inside of my own energy. I'm comfortable right now in this space and time knowing that the life that I wanted, the life that I desired is here. It is amongst me. My millions is rolling in, literally. My millions are rolling in. They're permeating. Okay? They're rolling in through my business. They're rolling in through my vision. Those millions are rolling in through my own energy. Okay? We have to understand as a divine feminine, as the matriarch rises, that our divine power is what will help us to generate our wealth. Being in our authentic energy, stepping in our authenticity is definitely going to help us magnetize and co-create alongside the universe our utopia. Our utopia. Sis, kick your feet up. Kick your feet up. And if you can, light your spliff. And if you like me, you're on the go and you can't light a spliff, baby, hit your pen. Baby, hit your pen. Because this energy here, this energy was meant for us. We have the universe behind us. We have our ancestors behind us, okay? We have the divine source energy behind us, baby. We got the etheric code within us to create the world that we see fit for us. And that's what I'm doing. I told my son the other day, like, I'm literally a generational curse breaker. It started with me. Within my family, my physical family here in this construct, right? My mom, my dad, my granny, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins. I literally am the one who is the generational curse breaker. And I'm literally seeing how my kids are not going to be like me or my cousins or anyone else in my family or none of my uncles or none of my brothers. Like, they're going to be totally different because their mom chose to not just accept the narrative that, you know, I come from a broken family. I live in the hood. You know, I'm going to these poor, you know, schools with these poor education systems. And I just refuse to take that as my story. Now, it was not easy releasing that story. For many years, I wore trauma as a badge of honor. I always wanted to tell people, oh, I was, you know, this when I was younger and I went through this and my mom this and baby, I used to play the violin. But I guess we all have to kind of work through certain things and certain chapters in our lives in order to level up, right? I didn't even realize that much of what I was experiencing or going through was literal initiations into the next level. Every woman that I was, every woman that I had been, and every woman that I will become is all a part of my story. And I'm just really grateful, like, just thinking back, like, let's just take away where we are. Let's just take away we're inside of this matrix system. Let's take away, you know, rising cost. Let's take away the grind that we all have to be on to some degree. And let's just exist within our presence for a second. When I am afforded the ability to exist in my presence for a second, I just flourish beautifully. My creative energy is amazing. right? And I'm very grateful to be in this specific timeline right now. I was really put here during this time, during the golden age, during the matriarch rising. This was a time that the creator literally put me here for. And I'm just really allowing for my skincare to open up new paradigms for me. My skincare, my $1 billion body cream, my $1 billion vision is more than just a skincare, okay? It's a whole brand. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to release too much too soon. But it's literally a whole brand. And to be able to drive different people from different walks of life and allow for them into my sacred space and to present them with some amazing all-natural products that are not only good for their skin, but good for the long-term health of their skin, and that's going to promote slowing down. You know, it's going to promote being present and being intentional. Like, that's super dope. So even though sometimes I get in my moments where like I want to vent about, you know, how hard it can be and how hard it is, I also recognize that I am in an abundant position. Literally, again, timelines are integrating. As one collapsed, another one has appeared, and I'm literally ascending, quantum leaping, timeline jumping, all of that. So I hope my spiritual girlies out there are tapping in. I hope you guys are taking time to do your energy cleanse baths, okay? I hope you guys are taking time to slow down and watch what you say and watch your words and watch the energy that you exude and watch the thoughts that you have, because the matriarch is rising, but not without a fight. Let me tell you. Okay? The divine feminine is returning to her throne, but not without a fight. Baby, they do not want our feet kicked up. They don't want our feet kicked up. I wish I could see my feet. They don't want our feet kicked up. Okay, they don't want me intentionally making time to make this video and go live with my people, with my community, with my new skin babes to talk to y'all about these type of things. But guess what? I'm abundant. The great mother was like, girl, pull over. You're done. You're done driving for the day. I need you to get back to Naturally You. Because this is what you're doing everything for. Okay? So they're not going without a fight. Hopefully this is making sense. Because even though the matriarch is rising, baby, and the divine feminine is here, and we are here to claim our throne, baby. We are here to walk in our divine power and essence. Okay? Our auric fields reek cosmic divine energy. It literally reeks God. You think they want to let us go? You think they want us rising and really stepping into our power? Not without a fight. Not without a fight. Which is why you're going to have those days where you're like, what the fuck am I doing? What is this? What is going on? Right? That's just the old you. That's the old timeline that does not want you to ascend, that does not want you to raise your vibration, that does not want you to rise high above temporary situations, that want you to continue to buy into this illusion, okay? It is not going to let you take your soul without fighting you for it, baby. But also in those moments where you are, this is me too, personally speaking, I don't necessarily question my abilities anymore. I don't necessarily question my powers anymore. I know my power. I know my ability. I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I can do. So I don't question that per se. I question when. When is all of this just gonna stop? Like sometimes when you're so, I don't even want to say awoke, or conscious, but when you're so like tuned in and tapped in, it sometimes get very hard to even just exist in this type of physical construct. It makes it really, really hard because a lot of things you just be like, what the fuck? Why is rent $1 million a month? Why is groceries $2,000 a week? Baby, why is my car insurance $800 every 30 days? Now I'm exaggerating, but shit, that's what it feels like. So that's what I mean by like, it's not gonna allow for us to truly step into our power without a fight. So stay diligent. Stay diligent in this energy. In those moments of strife, in those moments where you're battling self, in those moments where you are not necessarily questioning your gift, but just questioning, is this the right direction? Am I making it harder for myself because I took this direction? Just know and take time to remember these moments that you tapped into this video and allowed yourself to not think about what's due, what needs to be paid, and I think about who said what and she did this, and I think about, am I this or is my business this? Like, truly just be grateful for the opportunity to be where you are, to be in the abundance that you are in, to be in the current prosperous energy that you are currently in. Like, definitely do not take that lightly. Do not take it for granted, okay? Like, even in those tough moments, just certainly remember that the universe is saying yes to you right now. Literally, the universe is saying yes to us, to me, to you, to ourselves, to our hearts, to our wombs, to our creative visions, to our love, to the life that we seek. The universe is like, yes. Yes. Just stay focused. Don't get distracted. The matriarch is rising. I'm going to need you to take some time and figure out, sis, how you're going to reorganize your life, reconstruct your life so that it stays in alignment with your purpose. But also understand that everything is in divine timing, and anything worth having, it just doesn't come overnight. And if it comes overnight, more than likely, it was way too easy and you're going to lose it. So anything worth having is worth fighting for. So my utopia, your utopia. My peace, your peace. My presence, your presence. Your physical and mental health, my physical and mental health. All of that. Our richness, our luxurious, our nervous system being at a peaceful state. Okay, we deserve that. We deserve that. I know a bunch of people throw around, birthright, but it's literally your cosmic birthright. It was not to struggle. It was not to, these things were just put here to build character long enough. It was put here long enough for you to build character. All of these distractions were put here long enough to build you into the goddess and the God that you are. So no more questioning. No more questioning your abilities, your powers. No more. Stay focused, stay in alignment, stay present, stay curating your life, co-create. Stay designing your life. We're at the 30-minute mark. I didn't want to take too much of you guys' time, but I definitely just wanted to myself stay consistent and coming on daily and talking to y'all and just giving y'all some divine goddess energy. So again, if you enjoyed this video, guys, let me know how in the comments below, please, if you don't mind. Just take some time, write a few things, and just let me know how the divine is working in your life, how the divine source energy is coming for you, how you've been seeing your spiritual ascension, how you've been seeing, your timeline collapse or timeline integration, and share with me your quantum leaping. Share with me your your co-creativity, your co-creation. Share that with the collective. We need to know. We need to know Because there's so many of us who are on this path of spiritual enlightenment, spiritual ascension, right? And it's shit is magical. I'm literally a magician. I'm literally a god. You're literally a god, okay? We literally have the power to do all that we want with integrity, with authenticity. And yeah. Thank you guys so much. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you haven't purchased from NaturallyU Cosmetics, please visit the website at Naturallyucosmetics.com. That's natural, the letter U, cosmetics.com. Or just simply type the link in my bio. Follow me on other platforms like TikTok and IG, Facebook as well. I'm on X as New Cosmetic Skin. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.